Hey guys, welcome back to the Homestead Nurse channel. Today I'm showing you how I make my easy everyday bread for my family. It's a family favorite, it's easy to make, I don't even need a recipe anymore, and I make it at least 2 or 3 times a week. So let's get to it. First, I use organic flour. There's reasons why I use organic flour. I'll put a post down below of why. But I use organic flour from Walmart. I put 900 grams in a tub like what you see. This tub, I bought this from Amazon. I'll link it below. It's the best thing that I've got while making this bread. So I scoop some out, as I always do, a little overboard. Try to make exactly 900 grams. Then I put a tablespoon of Himalayan pig salt. And then I just kind of mix it together. I do 3 cups of warm water and a tablespoon of instant dry yeast and a teaspoon of instant dry yeast. I go ahead and use my Danish whisk and just kind of mix it all together. I love a Danish whisk. If you don't have a Danish whisk, definitely recommend getting one. It definitely helps the process. I go ahead and I just make sure I incorporate it all and get every bit of flour from my tub. As you see here, I just kind of scrape the bottom, and there is one point that I just use my hands. So as you see here, I use my hand now, and I'm just I'm putting the dough into itself. It could be a little messy process, but it definitely helps incorporate the flour a little bit more. I just like to get all the flour incorporated before I let it rise. You're gonna get some stickiness, you're gonna get some flour on your hands, but I think this is the fun part. You just have fun with it, and just, like I said here, just roll the dough into it until you see it all incorporated. Here you see all the dough is now not sticking to the pot as much, sticking to my hand, but not the pot, not the container as much. So that's the goal. So after I mix it up, you just want to place the top very slightly on it. You don't want to close it as it's going to rise. So here, this is the beginning of the rise. Here you can see that it's around the 2-quart mark, and an hour later you'll see it expand. This is an hour later. Literally, it goes so fast. It's already touching the top, and even just a few more minutes later it gets even bigger. That's why I say do not enclose the top. The best thing about this is that you can do whatever you want and forget about it. Now this is the fun part. You just take a piece of the dough. I usually take about, if you want to measure it, 700 grams of dough, but you can make a little bread or a big bread. It just depends. That's the beauty of this bread. So I go ahead and I pinch it all together, as you see, and roll it into itself like so. And I just go ahead and do this motion with my hands. So you keep just doing that motion as you see me doing here with my hand, and just folding the dough underneath itself and then pushing it on the side with your other hand and with your palm. You just do that. It's really easy. Make sure you put some flour on the table so it can help shape it up. You just do that for a couple minutes. Then I go ahead and get some parchment paper and stick the dough right on the parchment paper. But no flour, just the dough itself. And then just cover it for a good hour, or until it doubles in size, like so. And then I just make 4 cuts using scissors. And this time I have my oven preheating at 500 degrees. I put my cast iron in my oven to preheat. And so when it's preheated, the actual pan, Dutch oven, is really hot. So you just stick the bread dough in the oven and you bake it for 25 minutes. And there you go. You get that beautiful looking bread. It's very tasty and everybody loves it in my house. Very easy to do. To get it a little bit more crunchy, I go ahead and I lower down my oven from 500 to 475. I put the Dutch oven with the bread inside it still in the oven without the top for 10 minutes. I'll show you here by taking it out of the oven. It is very crispy on the outside. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Definitely let me know if you make this bread. Hashtag the Homestead Nurse on social media, and I'll love to see all your bread makings. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one, guys.